All right, here we go. Our latest super epic cookie, Doughael, who's going to be a healer in the middle row, okay? Got a little lucky, I would say. I got one extra copy in middle of my pooling. All right, before the pity copy. So let's look at this real quick. I do have to level it up real quick here too. And before we get back into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's going to be LD Player. And just like always, you guys already know that LD Player has been the emulator of choice for me for the last 4 years of starting this YouTube channel. And actually, with the new update, they did roll through for Cookie Run Kingdom inside of LD Store. If you guys do update the game through the LD Store, this allows your Cookie Run Kingdom to actually run super smooth, which you're going to be able to see through the gameplays right now. With the setting inside of LD Player, you're also able to increase the overall frame rate to all the way up to 120 FPS, which actually makes the game a lot smoother as well. Additional to that, you have a ton of different Android games that you're able to download from the Google Play Store. So of course, it does not limit you to Cookie Run Kingdom alone, but definitely going to be the emulator of choice for me, and something that I do recommend if you guys would like to play Cookie Run Kingdom on your Windows computer as well. But once again, thank you LD Player for sponsoring, and let's get back into the video. Alright, so level 90 here at a 15-second cooldown, Consecrated Vow, alright? So heals allies for a certain period of time and grants damage resist, debuff resist, and attack buffs. Afterwards, Doughael's fate shines, healing allies, dealing damage to enemies, pushing them back, and inflicting sacred preachings. Alright, upon using their skill, Doughael removes debuffs from the targets with Disciple of Abyss. Lastly, Doughael applies Fervor and Blessing of Devotion, healing targets whenever they take damage over a certain period of time, and granting them immunity to incapacitating effects. At the start of the battle, Doughael grants Disciple of the Abyss to the ally with the highest attack, increasing the ally's attack and damage dampening. If this target is defeated, it will trigger Selfless Sacrifice, increasing Doughael's attack and defense. The buff will be applied to the next ally with the highest attack. If Doughael is defeated, Disciple of the Abyss will further increase the target's attack buff and speed up their healing rate. Doughael's cooldown decreases proportionally to their HP increase rate at the start of the battle, and they are immune to incapacitating effects. So let's look at this. So Consecrated Vow is going to heal for 1.2% of target's max HP, plus 2.2% of Doughael's max HP every 1 second for 5 seconds. Damage resist is going to increase by 15%, but up to 2 times, so that's 30%. Debuff resist 20%, 2 times, max 40%. Attack is 16%, but 2 times, so max at 32%. And then Blessing of Devotion heals 20% of received damage over 10 seconds, capped at 20% of Doughael's max HP. Fervor heals 1.2% of target's max HP. Fervor damage is going to be 352.5% of attack. Sacred Preaching damage is going to decrease by 25%. Attack is going to decrease by 15% for 15 seconds. Movement speed decreasing by 50% for 15 seconds, but stacks up to 2 times. Cooldown is minus 1% per 4% of max HP increase rate, capped at 20%. Max HP to self is going to be plus 30%, and then we have 30% damage resist to self as well. Alright, and then Disciple of Abyss. This is going to be the skill that's going to be placed onto the highest attack cookie. Attack, 7% increase, plus 15 when enhanced, which means that if Doughael dies, okay? And then damage dampening is going to be minus 22% to final amount of damage received, so they're going to take less damage. And then healing is going to be 1% of Doughael's max HP every 10 seconds, every 5 seconds when enhanced, which means that, you know, Doughael dies. Selfless Sacrifice is going to be attack plus 25%, defense 20%, stack up to 2 times, which is going to be if you know, the target dies and Doughael is alive. My goodness. Obviously, the way to do this one is going to be HP toppings, right? Without a doubt, HP toppings is going to be the one. And the beauty of it is that we actually do have the HP toppings now available inside of the resonance hopping. All right, so we have... Okay, so we're good. This is perfect, right? We only need it like this. Okay, so we have a 3-second start, and Doughael is going to have max HP with some extra cooldown, damage resist. Absolutely love the animation. Okay. I just realized that the wings are attached to the head. It's the hair, basically. Alright, so Doughael healing right there. Automatic healing. And then boom, let's look at this. And boom, damage, knockback. Right? It does look like we are receiving the buff right over here. Okay. And yeah. You can see speed down, sacred preaching. Right, we can max this out here. Do it one more time. Oh, it's a little slow. Let's look at this. It is a little slow, so you can see that there is a little bit of a downtime. Maybe if we could increase the cooldown just a little bit more, maybe it is gonna be available. I mean, okay, you can't say questionable damage because this is not a damage cookie. It's a healer. I think we can go with the cooldown mix too. That is also a possibility. I do see that as a viable option. It does look like in this particular case, it most likely will be Doughael taking the shackle. Okay. So Doughael is taking that shackle. All right. So Doughael did die right away. All right, and then Doughael came back and then got killed right off the bat. Maybe not going with the whistle is going to be the thing. All right, but we do have the Disciple of the Abyss buff. Wow, we still win, though. For those of you guys who are wondering, pure vanilla doesn't get affected by using Doughael, guys. The reason why is because of the fact that Doughael is in the middle. As long as pure vanilla does not have another healer in the rear, pure vanilla does not get affected. So it does not matter if, you know, you use Doughael and pure vanilla together. All right, so this one is gonna be the marshmallow. Okay, so again, oh, this time around it looks like pure vanilla took the shackle first. Okay, we have the Disciple of Abyss onto our Shadow Milk. Dude, that Shadow Milk will just do so much more damage too. Alright, and then we're constantly giving those extra buff here. With Doughael here. We're healing a ton. Okay. Oh my gosh, Doughael is still alive. Okay. Died, but it's okay. Come back alive. Use the skill one more time. And then right after, it just allows our Shadow Milk to be just scarier than before. Not only is Shadow Milk still automatically going to be the last one to basically die, he's just automatically going to get that enhanced version of the skill. Alright, so this time around Pure Vanilla is taking the shackle. Alright, Eternal Sugar now taking it. Okay, that's a little bit of a positioning difference right there for us. But allowing Doughael to constantly use skill while Eternal Sugar is taking the shackle is actually not bad at all, because now you're just allowing our Shadow Milk to just keep doing damage. Eternal Sugar comes back once more at the 1 minute mark to deal the extra damage at the 100% buff. And then boom, you just wipe the team out. Like, honestly, dude, Doughael, the double healing comp is gonna be absolutely insane. And personally, I even think that having Doughael and then just Fire Spirit might not be a bad idea either. Because, like, yeah, I'm thinking, like, if we do this, right, and you just put Doughael in there, because now you're just getting a bunch of buffs, right? And then at the end, if Doughael does die, then you still have, like, someone like, I would say right here, Shadow Milk still to deal a bunch of damage. I am going to put Doughael and the defense here, and then we will see what the result is later down the line here. I don't think Doughael is going to be used any of the guild, just because obviously for the guild one, we have like debuffs. So Avatar of Destiny is not going to work. Don't think this is going to work for any of the other one. Living Abyss is also not going to be there, right? So it does look strictly for the arena, as well as the like possibly like world exploration, because you know, like you have so much buffs as well. So without a doubt, this particular cookie is gonna be used for the arena. Like they made it so that you do want to use it for arena. Like 32% attack, 30% damage resist, 40% debuff resist. You get healing over time. You get some more heal, a little bit of damage, decreasing, you know, debuffs, slowing them down. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. And then of course you have the, you know, disciple buff, which is going to be insane too. So like without a doubt, like very arena focused, very good offensive healer in a sense, or actually it's more of a supportive healer. You just buff the crap out of your cookies, right? It's just crazy. So without a doubt, if you can pull, and at the same time it is a 1-star, and we're healing like 28 million and stuff. Like if that's the case, I don't know what it's gonna be at 5-star Ascension. I guess I'm gonna be scared to see what it is at 5-star Ascension. All right, so if you guys are able to, right, then pull them. All right, if not, work a little bit harder and then get that free pull. Obviously it does look like we are gonna be able to get, all right, free Doughael as long as you do all of the missions. So make sure to do that. But without a doubt, going to be an absolute insane cookie, going to be meta for sure. Okay, I love the design. The design is really, really nice. And I don't know if Marshmallow Bunny is going to be completely replaced. Most likely replaced in comps where you use a double healer with pure vanilla, because it's not like Mystic where, you know, Mystic ruins pure vanilla skill. Doughael doesn't do that. But at the same time, for a single, you know, healer comp or a very offensive comp, I think Marshmallow Bunny still might be a little bit better. But that, of course, we'll have to see if, you know, how the testing goes for that.